Is there any scenario, Colin Reed, where Nikki Haley, in her home state of South Carolina, can start an unlikely comeback?
The polls show her down right now, but here's a couple of things going in her favor. Number one, nobody has ever faced Donald Trump one on one in a Republican primary. 4 years ago, or 8 years ago, I should say, it was 8, 9, 10, 11 candidates versus Trump. And he's got his slice of the pie, and everybody else was dividing theirs a number of which ways. Now it's just one on one. And that's an entirely different ballgame because anybody out there who wants someone other than Donald Trump, they've got one home to go to, and it's Nikki Haley. The second is there is still 3 weeks to go. Three weeks in politics is dog years, let alone in Trump years
Exactly.
because of everything he's got going on. So anything can happen. And look, if it were a bygone, if everything was a foregone conclusion, why bother to have the election? So stranger things have happened. She's a talented candidate. She's in her home state. She's won there twice before as governor. It'd be a mistake to completely write her off.
Yeah, indeed. Certainly got the energy and a great communicator in her own right. Finally, is there anything we talk about weeks being dog years? What about the months to November? Is there anything that's an eternity in political terms? Is there any scenario in which you see Biden tapping the mat and allowing a younger, more potent alternative to come through and contest for the Democratic Party?
It seems hard to believe we're going to go through a rematch of two 80-year-old guys or two guys who are close to the age of 80 to be the commander in chief of the United States military and the leader of the free world for all intents and purposes. So that's why 7 in 10 Americans think this is not the rematch that anybody wants. It's not the sequel anybody wants to go see. So look, anything's possible. I'm a Republican. I don't really understand the machinations on the Democratic side, but at some point, whatever you think of Joe Biden's policies, whatever you think of his principles, whatever you think he's trying to do, at some point, Americans have eyes and they can deduce for themselves that he's
Yes.
just not up for the job. And that's the challenge he faces. Father Time, Kieran's undefeated. And that's the thing that President Biden is grappling with right now, and his team has no good answers for.
Undefeated indeed. Colin, great to chat. Appreciate it.